As I get closer to completing the 282 Scottish Munros, things seem to be getting quite difficult at this stage. With longer drives to reach the start point, some challenging weather conditions this year, it's going to be a tough push to get over that finish line. So join me in today's adventure as I take on one of the hardest single Munros in Scotland. Well, good morning guys, and welcome to another Munro adventure today. I'm just at the Commander Memorial, just outside Spian Bridge, a memorial that's in memory of all the commandos that lost their life in the Second World War. But there's some great views over Ben Nevis and the Annex. Now the plan for today is from here I'm going to head an hour's drive down the single track road down Loch Arkaig. I've got a single Munro down there. It's quite a long day with a fair bit of ascent, some rugged hills. But I'm looking forward to this today. Now the forecast is not good, so I'm surprised it's that nice this morning. I think it's to change about lunchtime, but hopefully by that time I'll have been up and down the Munro. So anyway, I'll make this long drive now down this roller coaster road. So as you can see here, the road down the side of Loch Arkaig is quite infamous for being a bit of a roller coaster. This is some previous footage I got from a trip earlier this year, and yeah, it's a windy road that goes on for miles and miles, but it wasn't long before I was at the end of the road, and as you can see here, it was a bit cloudier than the last time I was at the car park. Now that's me just set off from the car park at the end of Loch Arkaig. An absolute swarm of midges as soon as I got out of my van, so I just had to set off straight away. I'd half planned taking my bike up this track a little bit. They're swarming already, but there's no chance I was lingering, so yeah, time to crack on with this walk. Whew, let's go. From the get-go there's some great views over to Streep and Sgurr Mor, a Munro access from Glenfinnan. So this walk has a bit of a sting in its tail, to be honest, with a beelach that you've got to come up, drop down and then head up towards actual Munro, which is up over 1,000 metres. So not the most straightforward of days, to be honest. As you can see, grey skies behind me. There's a touch of blue skies behind the camera, but like I said at the start, the forecast is not great for today. And it took a quick turn as I was driving down that road, which was expected. So yeah, I'm going to make way up this beelach, I think over 300 metres maybe. I'll catch up with you once I've dropped down over the other side. So just a quick update for you now. I'm up and across the beelach now. You can maybe just see it behind me there. It's actually brightening up ever so slightly, a bit of blue skies, apart from my target Munro, which is actually in this deep mist and fog there. I think I basically just drop down here, then up to this point, and then swing left. Now there is also a Corbett here out there, but the winds are really meant to pick up, so I'm not sure if I'm going to head out that way or not. So the next time I'll pick you back up, will be once I've made it up there. It looks like some pull up. So from the Bealach I dropped into Glen Kingy, a very lonely part of Scotland, and it got rather boggy here. Now on returning to get my camera, I will admit I fell and nearly broke my ankle here. So a word of warning anyone following my trail here, there's a bit of a trip hazard that hides itself in the bog. That is definitely a bit of a trip hazard. If only I didn't have to film and didn't walk back that way. After my incident, I thought it would be best to take a bit of a rest here and just take in this lonely Glen Kingy, which is actually a pretty special place. Very quiet and yeah, it's guarded by mountains in every direction. Well, that was a brutal pull up to get to here, and the winds have also really picked up. Now there is some views to be had though, down to Loch Cuach behind me, or Loch Coich, and to that Corbett. I'm still not sure if I'm going to head out that direction. The Munro is in mist and clag. It actually looks rather daunting from here. I'll give you a quick look at it. Yeah, it's looking really grim up there. So dark, menacing. So I think I'm going to just head up, bag it and come back down, and then I'll decide to go out to the Corbett because these winds are due to pick up throughout the day. Right, let's go. As expected, it was a steep pull up this ridge here, and before I knew it I was going to be in that deep cloud and mist, so not a lot to see towards the top of this Munro. That's me at the top of this tough Munro. This has got to be up there with one of the toughest single Munros in Scotland, I would say. It actually looks like it's thinking about brightening up. You might just be able to see a touch of blue sky behind me, so hopefully it'll clear. Just as I'm touching the top, it's about to clear, I think. Or maybe I'm just being hopeful. I can see the end of the loch down there. It's close. Well, just as I'm touching the top here, these views have opened up, yes! But this is Sgurr Mor, which I think translates to the big peak, and it's 1,003 metres high. So I'm going to show you what I can see up here while it's clear. That is spectacular. What a view. I'm so happy that all that hard work has paid off and I got to see something at the top of this one. Deep into the depths of Knoydart with Sgurr Mor behind me down to the end of Loch Cuach. Oh my god. That was a shock to the system, from being enclosed in a cloud to it just opening up with these views. Incredible. It is a very atmospheric type of day, but this mountain is a bit of a giant, towering over the loch here. It's a great view, isn't it? I love all the hills in that area over there. A tough Munro, but these views were well earned for that slog up there. It's steep. I maybe didn't show it too well on camera as I just got my head down and just got on with it, but yeah, strange sort of day, not a breath of wind now. So calm, but then so windy and exposed on that ridge on the way up. Now that doesn't look good. We're getting engulfed now, so I think I'm going to get a quick bite to eat. Oh, not a bad view. Just sit and have a bite to eat too. And the snack of choice for today, let's see if I can find it, is a giant Empire biscuit. Look at the size of that. These views are coming and going really, really quick. I've got to be quick with that camera, that's for sure. But yeah, when they do reveal themselves, it is wonderful. What a day. And only 7 Munros left to go after this, which is crazy. I think it's only 5 more days in the mountains. Just 2 of them are pairs, but yeah, if I can get every day like this, as long as I get a view at the top of every last one from now, then I'll be delighted. It's got rather gloomy up here all of a sudden, so I think that 10-15 seconds glimpse of Neudart is all that I'm getting today, but look at the bright side, it's better than absolutely nothing, isn't it? So I'll take that. But the way from here that I'm going to head is all the way back the same way that I came. I'm going to skip the Corbett. I know you're probably going to say that I'm going to regret that, and I probably will, but I just don't have the energy today as the forecast is on the turn. I think the wind's going to get even worse as well later on today. And I reckon it'll take me a good 3.5 hours to 4 hours to get back down from here. It took me 4 hours bang on from the car park at the end of Loch Arkaig. So, yep, I figured I'll haul back over that Belach as well. So, yeah, time to head off. Okay, so I'm on the descent now, back down to the river. I got absolutely drenched a second ago, but it looks like it's just about to brighten up. But look at this, so I've got to go all the way down here, across the river, up and over this again, and then back down to the track from there. Thank God that sun's about to come out. It might dry me out pretty quick, but yeah, I'll check back in. I'll give you my review of today once I get a bit further on. That's pretty typical, isn't it? The top's now clear, and so's the Corbett, but I wasn't going to wait up there. That was maybe over an hour since I left the top, but another word of warning is maybe this river here, I reckon in spate, this might get quite difficult to cross. There's the path I took up just a bit earlier. For me, I'm just heading back over this little bit in front of me here, and then it'll take me back to the track where there's a couple of kilometres walk on that. So a solid probably 8 or 9 hour day for this single Munro over tough, rough and extremely boggy terrain. I mean, look at that, my feet were soaked ages ago. This is the sort of stuff you have to get over. But yeah, I'll give you my rating out of 10. It's got to be an 8 out of 10. I think you get really good views from up there. Obviously I only seen a tiny bit of it. I'm actually stuck here to get across this. But yeah, and this area is always sunny. You always get a good day here. So that's it, 7 to go from here. I reckon another month and I'll probably be finishing up on the Munro, so looking forward to it. So thanks for watching today, and I hope you'll join me for some more Munros in the next one. Forecast has done me a bit dirty today. I think it was meant to be like this in the morning, rain in the afternoon, but turns out it was the other way around. Right, I'll catch you in the next adventure.